this is only my third meeting. The first meeting, of course, was just, I didn't handle the media thing at all. The second one, I didn't use the microphone. The third one, there's hope. There is hope. Shall we open up with the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Some of the time.
Vince, it is a hard habit to develop. Vince Fry is coming to introduce our guest members and to give the Rotary Minute regarding his committee.
Thank you. Well, see, look what I'm doing. I'm already messing up here. Okay. We have one guest today, and this is a special guest because I hung out with him Saturday night and at a rock concert. And so our guest today is Ashton Ross, Yana's son. Hi, Ashton. He and his mother, I think, had a great time at the concert, and he actually got his picture taken with one of the band members at the very end, so pretty cool. Good time. So I don't know how many of you are like me as a member, but the communication opportunities that we have always were kind of a mystery to me. So now that I'm chair of communications, I thought I would let you know if you're not aware of all the options. In fact, I put them on the table for you to look at. And our goal is obviously to tell as many people about Rotary as possible and to connect you to all the great things that we do. And so some of those options, as you will see before you, we have a Facebook page. It's the Rotary Club of Topeka. Of course, our e-newsletter that comes out every week. We have a website, which is topekarotary.org. We have a YouTube channel, and it's the Topeka Downtown Rotary channel. Dave, every day at our meetings, videotapes the meetings. So you can go, if you missed it, and see exactly what happened, and actually get a makeup by just watching the video. So I appreciate that. And then we've got a Twitter account, but I'm not sure we're doing a lot of tweeting. So we have several needs today. First of all, I want to tell you who our committee is. And the chair for our Facebook page is Val Vandersloos, and she just does a great job and has for some time taking pictures and getting them up there. And her assistant is Yana, who fills in when Val's not available. Dave, of course, is our videographer, and Ann Palmer will be, again, our club photographer. We are very pleased to have Jay Van Blaricum, who will step up and handle our website, so we appreciate that. And we're looking for somebody that can maybe be our liaison to submit to the district newsletter. So if anybody would like to do that, please let me know. And if you are on Twitter and want to be our tweeter, please let us know. Once again, we want to communicate, we want to tell everybody what's going on, we want you to be able to connect. And so we appreciate everybody on the committee. And if you have anything you want to communicate, please let us know and we'll get it out there. Okay? Thank you.
When I first joined Rotary, we had a president that was always breaking the microphone, as Mr. Hall kindly reminded me of a few weeks ago. Our August featured charity this month is the Topeka High Interact Club, and Angel, who is our liaison with them, is here. So if you have any questions regarding the Interact Club.
Highland Park, August.
Oh.
No, we did Highland Park in July.
Ah.
Okay.
So when you did the cut and paste, it didn't change. Highland Park and Jeremy is my apologies for that. Okay. Also, I want to call to your attention that the district bulletin should have been emailed to you yesterday or today. I would encourage you to take time to read that. You learn what else is happening in our community. District 5710, there's a nice feature article about a community service project that we did in painting the walls of the police station. And you also learn what other clubs are doing and maybe gain ideas. So we have Steve Knoll is getting together a wine club. Well, the Lenexa Club has a monthly meeting all around wine. And they put numbers on the wine bottles with topics on it, and then they have a social discussing that. If you get on the district email letter for August, you'll read all about it, and it might be something that we will adopt. So that. Also, I want to welcome Shelley Woodward today. This is her second announcement as a new member. Shelley's not here. She was sponsored by Jay Befford and is an attorney with the Kansas Department of Revenue. Lastly, we have the team training, which is a district event in Lawrence, August 17th. If you have never been, I truly encourage you to attend. It's a lot of fun. You meet lots of other members in the district, and you learn about different aspects of Rotary that is easy to just kind of take for granted when we're not doing some of the nitty-gritty regarding it. So you can go online again to register for that. Are there any Friend X announcements this afternoon? Oh, hey, Friend X, better get active with that and do something for them. Okay. And I mentioned this last week, but Joan wasn't here. But we do want to congratulate Joan for receiving the Emeritus Award for the Go Topeka Women of Influence, and that recognition is August 22nd. So let's give Joan. I just have to hold it. It's just, there we go. Okay. Now, I shared with you about our Rotarianism, and that Rotarians are here to make a difference. And throughout the year, I will share with you different activities that some of our members have done that we might not be aware of, or what other Rotarians have done that truly do make a difference. I learned about Stanley Fancher, Stan, and he is a sort of a relative of Dave's, I think. Anyway, he passed away at 95 years of age, and he was a Rotarian. And his program for his funeral on the second page has the four-way test. He was committed to his Rotarianism. And I'd like you all to just consider what that means in terms of your daily life and how you live it. Not just in terms of helping out with Rotary, but how you live it on a day-to-day basis in your contacts with your family, friendships, professional. We truly do connect the world, and we make a difference. So thank you. And with that, Marie will introduce Don. Do you get this on film? Do you show this on YouTube? Good afternoon, everybody.
So, in October, the Race Against Breast Cancer will host their annual largest fundraiser. The proceeds from this event are used to support the organization and provide no-cost mammography and breast health education. 100% of the proceeds remain in Northeast Kansas. On the evening of October 3rd, during the hours of 5 to 8 p.m., we will ask Rotarians, that's us, to volunteer to stuff participation bags for registered participants for the 5K run. On Saturday, October 5th, we will again ask Rotarians to volunteer to support the race during the hours of 7 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Volunteers are needed at the sales table, at registration, and also at the Pink Out Color Run paint tosses. That should be fun. So I'm tying this together to know that this is a service project that we're working on. So I have the great honor of introducing Don Robertson. So Don is a lifelong Topekanan who has been with the Race Against Breast Cancer for 15 years as their administrator. As administrator, she's responsible to work with the year-round donors upon whom the Race Against Breast Cancer depends for their funding for the no-cost mammography and breast health education program. Don also works on a daily basis with the men and women with the Race Against Breast Cancer and who they serve, and also works with the mammography centers who provide the potentially, tough word, life-saving mammography services for their clients. Dawn and her husband have 2 children, and she enjoys knitting and gardening in her spare time. Please welcome Dawn.
Thank you so much for having me today. I'm very honored to represent an organization that means so much to me. The 5K Run Walk fundraiser that we have is our annual event that raises the majority of our funds. Most people think about our 5K event when they think about the Race Against Breast Cancer, but it really is a means to an end. I'd like to read a note from a thank you card from one of the individuals that we've helped. RABC, for all you've done, for all you do, thank you. I just wanted to thank you for paying for my mammogram. I don't know what I would have done without your organization. I lost my job in health insurance because of heart failure and was hoping to make it until I could get on Social Security Medicare. Thankfully, it appears that my breast issue is just a hematoma and not cancer. The Race Against Breast Cancer is a 28-year-old organization that began right here in Topeka in 1991. The American Cancer Society, the Junior League, Stormont Vale, and St. Francis all got together and looked at women's health in Shawnee County. They were looking at what health disparities women in Shawnee County were having. What they found out in '91 is that women were not getting screening mammograms because of the cost. So they banded together and started the Race Against Breast Cancer. They had a 5K run walk to raise the funds, donated funds of their own, and began to help the women of Northeast Kansas with screening mammograms. In '94, they incorporated and we became our own separate entity. We are a private, independent, privately funded nonprofit right here in Northeast Kansas. We serve now 11 counties. We provide mammograms for men and women in financial and medical need. We pay for not only screening mammograms, which are your annual mammogram for women 40 years of age or older, but we also pay for diagnostic mammograms and ultrasounds and 3D technology to go along with that. We know that breast cancer is not limited to a mere age or gender. So we will pay for mammograms for men and for girls in their teens, all the way up into their 70s. Diagnostic mammograms are very expensive, but that is how breast cancers are caught. We are passionate about seeing breast cancer caught in its earliest stages. We work with area mammography centers, all the way from in Nemaha County to Atchison, down into Osage County, and right here in Shawnee County, to provide the services for those mammograms, and we pay the mammography centers directly. We're able to help anywhere from 400 to 600 Northeast Kansans every year because of the generosity of Northeast Kansans. Those that participate in our 5K fundraiser are helping us by paying a participation fee, and that participation fee is able to go to pay for the mammograms. We have generous sponsors that help to fund the event itself, but we also have corporate sponsors and our individual supporters that will donate to us because we pay for mammograms year-round. Right now, we're almost at our 10,000th mammogram paid for. That's very exciting. We'll pass that mark here in 2019. So in 28 years, we definitely have made an impact in our community. We really are passionate about not only providing the mammography services and paying for that, but we're also passionate about spreading the word about breast health and breast health issues. We provide educational materials to the stopgap health clinics that we work with. Of course, we work with those that are right here in Shawnee County, Pine Ridge Family Clinic, Grace Med, but we also work with the local county health departments that are in the counties that we serve, and we do serve 11 counties here in Northeast Kansas. Because we are self-supported, we can make exceptions in areas where someone doesn't meet our qualifications, and technically we have 3 qualifications. You're a woman 40 years of age or older, you have a family income of 250% of the poverty level or below, and we also have the qualification that you live or work in any of our covered counties. Well, because we cover mammograms for men, if someone has a medical need, such as a man, if they're needing a mammogram, of course, there's something going on that they're looking for, we will make an exception in that case. If someone lives in a neighboring county, such as Lyon County or Franklin County, currently we're not in those counties, but they meet our other qualifications, we will make exceptions. We want to make sure that screening and diagnostic mammograms are accessible to those that live and work in our community, but also those that are in Northeast Kansas. At heart, we are Kansans, and we are passionate about having the funding that we receive stay right here. I'm their only employee, so I'm able to work with the entire gamut of our organization, from the fundraising to dealing with our clients on a day-to-day basis, to dealing with those that provide the services for our clients. I'm so thankful for the opportunity to work with such a wonderful group of people. We have a board of directors that is comprised of survivors and also healthcare professionals and those in our community that are passionate about seeing breast cancer caught in its earliest stages. It is a volunteer board, so I report directly to them. And if any of you are interested in perhaps serving on our board of directors, please make sure that you let me know. But I'd like to end the talk with another thank you. We are so grateful that we do receive feedback from our clients on a periodic basis. And a client emailed us letting us know, "Dear RABC, thank you so much for providing a mammogram for me. I truly appreciate it. I'm happy to report the test came back all clear. Thank you for a little peace of mind." And that's what we do at the Race Against Breast Cancer. We alleviate the concern of, how am I going to pay for this diagnostic or this screening mammogram that I need, I know I need, but I don't have the funds for. And that's what we do. And that's why we're so appreciative that you've adopted us as one of your service projects. We definitely will put you to work. if you come in and help us out. But I just wanted to let you know what the end is to what you're doing by volunteering to help us out. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, I'll open it up now for questions. Yes, sir.
Are there any insurance policies that cover the screening, or
There are insurance policies that will cover screening as well as diagnostic mammograms. But unfortunately, there are people that, such as in the case with the first woman, she's lost her job. She's in between jobs and she doesn't have the insurance at the time when she needed a mammogram. So rather than delay that until she's able to find other work and able to apply for insurance through her employer if it's offered, then that's where we can step in. There really is, I'm sure many of you know, the working poor among us. People who, they're working, they're doing the best they can for their families, but for their own health care, for their own health insurance, they cannot afford what their insurance or what their employer would provide, or perhaps what the government would offer. So they go uninsured. And unfortunately, there's still a number of people that are in that situation that I get to talk to on a daily basis. So that's a good question, thank you. Are there any others? Yes, sir.
A few more details about the race itself. Where does it take place and the actual time of day and that kind of stuff?
Yes, the actual event will be, our 5K Run Walk event will be at Topeka West High School, and that will be on Saturday, October 5th. 7 a.m. is when we open up to give out the packets for pre-registration, and also those that want to register on site. We'll have food for the event, complimentary food. At 9 o'clock, that is when our event starts. Our 5K Run Walk starts. Our runners will go, and then our walkers. And then at 10:30, we will have our Pink Out Color Fun Run. And that will take place at the practice football field at Topeka West High School. We look at wrapping up around 11:30. You can only go so many times in a circle and get doused with pink powdered paint. So that event usually lasts around a half hour to 45 minutes. And so we look at closing everything around 11:30. And but what will happen on that Thursday evening at it's the October 3rd, between 5 and I believe I said 8 o'clock, we will be stuffing participant packets. We pre-stuff those that have pre-registered, so that way when they come on Saturday morning, we can give them the packets. And we make it as easy as we can. We do an assembly line. Henry Ford had a great idea, and we're not about to change it, so we're going to do the assembly line process in assembling our packets that evening, and that will actually take place at our offices. We have a storage office area courtesy of the St. Francis Family Medicine Clinic in Hunters Ridge in North Topeka, Highway 75 and 46th Street. So our offices are located in the basement, and we'll pack our packets there. So, any other questions? Yes, sir.
What's the cost for someone to register for the event, and are they walking on the track on the 5K walk, or are they walking through the neighborhood?
Very good question. Okay, the cost to register for our 5K event currently is $25. After September 7th or on September 7th, that will increase $10 to $35. We do offer a team rate of $20 if you form a team of 5 or more, and it's $20 per person. Again, on September 7th, that increases to $30. We encourage everyone to register early to participate in the 5K event, simply because you would be guaranteed a t-shirt at that time, plus it's a lower cost to you. The walk itself, walk and run, take place on the Bell Avenue course. The Topeka Police Department, we worked with them to put together a safe route. They close off portions of the route so that way our runners and walkers can navigate through the 3.1 mile course without any issues. For those that would have trouble going 3.1 miles, we do offer a 1 mile turnaround where you would walk a half mile and then you would be able to turn around and come back, because we know that we do have cancer survivors, breast cancer survivors, pancreatic cancer survivors of all sorts come and participate at our event, and we do not want to exclude them at all. We don't want to exclude families. We do, because we're so close to Helping Hands Humane Society, this is our second year of doing a joint venture with them. They bring their adoptable dogs to the event, and we allow walkers to register a dog to walk with them. One dog registered per walker. Last year we had 10 dogs that, with their owners, to come in and walk for $10 each. But it's a really neat way to collaborate with another local nonprofit, especially because they're just right across the street from Topeka West High School. So, any other questions? Okay.
So, several things. First of all, we have Rotary Service of a Self 4-way coin, and that's for you, and you can keep it for a while, and then you can pass it on. I'll try to make sure that. Now, during lunch, I did talk to her about becoming a member, and I think I've closed the deal on community service. So, Linda over there will have an application for you, and she's interested in becoming a community service member. So, you know, we have a variety of types of memberships that give flexibility for our members to join Rotary and still be active in the way that accommodates their needs. Lastly, Don, instead of giving you a pen or something, we ask that you sign the book. This is I Am Human, a book of empathy, and we would pass these books on to Ross Elementary School.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, so sign it. Okay. Okay, a few end of meeting announcements. First of all, I want you to note that we will be here for the third week in a row. Progress is being made, and we're going to be able to hear our RILA sponsors that attended RILA the beginning of the summer. So I think it should be a fun event to see how the Rotary Youth Leadership Academy is impacting these kids. I also want to call to your attention that you should be receiving an email, if you haven't, announcing our first Flexible Thursday social. It will be in 2 weeks, and it is at
Glacier's Edge. Glacier's Edge Winery.
How could I forget that? Anyway, you do need to make a reservation for that, so I encourage you to take a look at it and to consider coming. And consider bringing some of your family members or friends as a way for them to get acquainted with us and maybe consider joining our club too. And with that, we will end our meeting with the 4-way test plus 1.
Say, is the truth, is good to all concerned, will it build goodwill and better friendships, will it be beneficial to all concerned,
and will it. Thank you all.